normally not too far, and you eat this grass and you throw up, it purge itself. And grandfather says if every single one of us here had blood pressure or diabetes, that the weed that we consider that is weed, that this is the medicine that God, this is the mercy of God, and that when it rains, it doesn't just rain, in your home, it rains in everyone's home. This is the mercy of God. And so that if the animals are able to do it, if they're able to heal themselves, it simply means, we can do it also. I remember grandfather telling me, he said, do not become an educated fool. If you want to observe nature, how nature heals itself. That is the way nature heals itself. If anyone grew up in the farm, if you had goats, if you had cows or whatever, when they're sick, they normally heal themselves. They'll eat the grass, sometimes they'll dig the earth, they'll lay there. Sometimes we think they're dead. They'll stop eating, they'll stop barking, and so, they'll sit there for 3 days. And, even them, they know this thing, that the aspect of eating while you're sick is committing suicide, because that's why when a lot of us we're sick, our bodies don't crave for any food, because our digestive system most of the time utilize all of the energy. Even these animals know that to be able to heal fully. I remember even one of the lions that I used to have it was badly sick because he ate some kind of poisonous food, and for 5 or 6 days it was just laying down and he won't eat anything. And maybe after the 10th day, if we've watched how nature heals itself, we've seen this pattern throughout all nature. So grandfather said we must observe this kinds of things. And people always ask grandfather, what is food? Grandfather say, what is food? He always asks people also, what is food? Food is to nourish the body. Everything that's dead has to be buried. You cannot take, a piece of meat, a piece of cow, and put it in your body and expect to be alive. That's why a lot of us, we feel dead because we're not eating. If you take a bird, birds have food for them. You take a raccoon, raccoons have food for them. You take a tiger, tiger have food for them. If you ask the average person, what is the food for humans? Very few people can ever answer this question. Human beings are the only creatures that are eating everything and anything. And because of this, a lot of us were afflicted by diseases. It's not because God is punishing us, in any way. It's because, we're doing this to ourselves. So if you look at the human anatomy, first to determine what human beings are designed to eat, we have to look at the human anatomy, the human structure. You see, every meat eater have what you call canine unit. Every meat eater have claws. Every meat eater have the upper body strength to be able to hold on its prey and take a bite. Every meat eater have short intestines. We do not have this. Is that due to the Industrial Revolution or whatever, we've been lied to ourselves what we should be eating. And so if we look at, all these characteristics, me and you, we're not meat eaters. Grandfather said, if something is dead, we bury it. We do not eat our loved ones, but we've been lied to. And most people do not understand. There's a tribe in Africa called the Bilbio tribe or whatever, where they were doing these studies. And so they brought these Europeans, they came from Germany and different parts of the world. And, they came and they decided, to take some corpse or whatever, people who died, and they decided to cook it with all the different fleshes. And do you know most people ate it, and after they finished eating it, they're like, well, you just ate the corpse of people. And people were so angry, and they were just trying to prove a point, to the masses. And they're like, there's really no difference, between your flesh and the flesh of a cow. But due to as I say, commercialization, everything being, wanting to sell or something, we bought into this. And so the whole notion of, common sense medicine was, grandfather trying to educate people that we must constantly look at, nature and really understand exactly what me and you were designed to eat. And, I have my beautiful wife here. When I met her maybe 12 years ago, the doctors diagnosed, she had stage 4 cancer and kidney failure. She was also bald or whatever, for which, she'll show everyone, her picture. She was also bald. And what I always tell people that the human body is not rocket science. Every single animal in nature or whatever, they know. A cat is not going to its mother like, hey mom, I'm sick.